Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mayor's Monday Message for October 19th, 2020. I wanted to apologize for the sound of last week's Mayor's Monday Message. We were doing it without Cliff, but and so I know that there was a little bit of volume problem with us just using an iPhone to do the recording. But Cliff is back. Thank you, Cliff. Had a good vacation. Caught a couple flounders.
Yeah.
Good time. Great time. And thank you, Cliff, for returning to us and improving our video and sound quality. Wanted to start off by encouraging everyone to support my choice for our new police commissioner, Michael Muldrow. Most of you know Michael Muldrow as someone who is from York City, grew up, gives everything he's got to York City, head of the York City School District Police Department for the last 12 years, and former York City police officer for 7 years. Just an excellent all-around guy, and I really hope that City Council will support my choice. And I'm asking you that if you also support Michael Muldrow, I'm going to put a link on, or there is a link on already, to the City Council members. And if you click on any of those City Council members, you will get an email address for them. So please, if you would like to support Michael Muldrow as our next police commissioner, to move York City's police department forward with the community, I'd please ask you to send an email and help support, hopefully, Commissioner Michael Muldrow, York City Police Commissioner Michael Muldrow. So very excited for that. Another thing going on is on Saturday, we have an event to support voting and to show folks that people in our community do vote. And we want to encourage everyone to vote and vote early if possible. So a Good Trouble Ballot March is on Saturday at 12 p.m. meeting in Penn Park. And folks are gathering, and bring your ballot. And again, you can't bring other people's ballots, but bring your ballot, and we'll march to the County Administration Building at 28 East Market Street and put our ballots in, and then we'll have an event here at City Hall in the parking lot with speakers and other stuff going on. So very exciting. Good Trouble Ballot March. I've got links to all the stuff that's going on this week, most of the stuff, so please click on those links and find out more information. The Greenercadorus Initiative, I'm still going to keep pushing this because we have more weeds to chop down along the Cadorus, and as I told you before, if those weeds do not get chopped down by us, then the Army Corps of Engineers will come in and spray herbicides everywhere and kill the green vegetation and the habitat along the Cadorus Creek. It's something that is in their maintenance plan. They have to maintain that flood control channel. The government spent a lot of money to protect the citizens of York from the floods that have really harmed us and even killed some in the past. So it's their job to maintain that, but we're trying to find some middle ground so we can have habitat in that area also. So please consider helping out tomorrow morning if you're not doing anything. I know it's a work day and a weekday, but if you're not busy, 9 a.m. meeting down at the Foundry Plaza Boat Basin, 222 West Philadelphia Street, down there across from the Susquehanna Commerce Center and right by the Waterway Restaurant. So the Foundry Plaza meeting there at 9 o'clock, and it's about 2 hours of working. It's great temperatures for it, so I hope to see you out there tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Something interesting going on. The old New York Wire building is actually looking to bring in craftspeople. They have working spaces, and it's called the York Merchant. So if you know where the New York Wire is, down, I'm going to say around 400 block of East Market Street on the left-hand side, just past Broad Street, so just past Broad and East Market. They are looking to lease out spaces, so workshop spaces, art spaces, craft spaces, and they're having 3 open houses this week. One on Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., one on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12, and one on Sunday from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. So they have 10,000 square feet that they're looking to make deals to lease out to help people set up shops down there. So if you're crafty and you don't have enough room to set something up around your place, or if you want to get into if you want to make it a business, it's a great place for entrepreneurs to develop their products. So I hope that you will check out the York Merchant, which is in the old New York Wire complex on the left-hand side of East Market Street. And again, there's a link right there. If you don't want to make crafts, but you want to pick up some crafts and some antiques and things like that, the Spooky Flea is happening. So we have the Spooky Flea Market going on it's not only pre-Halloween, but flea market's a good place maybe to buy some stuff for Christmas too. So it's getting to be that time to start buying your Christmas presents. So the Spooky Flea is going on in the Royal Square District on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it's a good little place to visit. And Sunday, I'm really looking forward to this. I Want to Laugh with Somebody is a comedy show. Actually, it's a comedy extravaganza, an entertainment extravaganza going on at Central Market. And that's happening on Sunday from 7 to 11 p.m. And I think tickets ahead of time are like $30, but I think it's like 8 or 10 different performers, 4 hours of entertainment. So it's an amazing deal at Central Market, socially distanced. So there is, COVID aware location there. So they have it open in a pretty large space. So again, as I start to talk about COVID, Corona, we have to find a balance in this world between keeping each other safe. We have to do our best to keep each other safe, but we also have lives to live, and entertainment and shopping and things like that. It's part of being human. It's part of living our lives, having fun with each other. We can't just all hide in our homes because this pandemic is still ongoing and in some cases getting worse. So you may have seen that over in Europe, they're shutting a lot of things down again. So hopefully we're not going to go that far. Hopefully we can keep this under control. But it's a tough balance. We have to walk a tightrope every day trying to figure out what we're going to do. And again, I support, if you're going to have events, please make sure they are socially distanced, everyone wearing masks, plenty of hand sanitizer, all that stuff that we know so well now. But I am saddened by we have another death in the city this week. So we were averaging about 1 or 2 every month. It seems like, well, it's still, I guess, we're still on that average, but we're up to 15 deaths in the city, which to some maybe it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's on top of the normal deaths. That's not just, oh, a person here, a person there died of this. These are people that, some had pre-existing conditions, but some did not. And we had 7 new deaths in the county. So just in the past week. And our running numbers, if you recall, I mentioned this last week, I believe, for us to get, I believe it was into the yellow phase originally, just out of red, we had to have a 14-day average for 100,000 per 100,000 of 50 or less. So that's 50 new cases average over a 14-day period per 100,000. And York City right now is at 137. So it's a little bit more than 2.5 times that number that we had to hit just to get out of red. So imagine that. We were down at those numbers back in May and June. We were down pretty low. Actually, the city wasn't down as low. I think we were down in the high 90s, maybe even into the 80s. We never got down that low, maybe even low hundreds. But we're at 137. The key number is that the county is at 157. So the county has just been getting worse and worse, and came down a little bit, but because we were up close to 200, but we're still at 3 times the number of new cases occurring 3 times the number that it took for us to even get into the yellow phase. So folks, please do everything you can. This thing is not over. They're seeing over in Europe, it's a bounce back. They're not sure yet if it's a second wave. Second wave in most cases would imply that at least in my definition, would imply that similar to the 1918 flu, the disease has mutated into something a little bit different that affects people differently. Back in the flu of 1918, the first round really affected mostly older folks and folks with immune issues, very similar to what has been happening with COVID-19. However, the second wave, was not as picky. It actually affected a lot more healthy people, and we don't want to see that. We don't want to see this spread, so please take it seriously. Yeah, again, live our lives, but live them in a way that we do the safest things possible. Finally, you may have noticed, I don't do this very often, but let my hair down. And there's a darn good reason why I let my hair down. It's been growing since May of last year. Since May of last year. St. Baldricks was in April. I got a trim up in mid-May. Then I've just let it go for, gosh, it's getting on a year and a half now. And this is what you get. So I did this. We thought it was all going to be done in April, but because of Corona, St. Baldricks extended, and now we're not going to have an event. But I've put a deadline on the cutting of my hair or the not cutting of my hair as Halloween. So Halloween is our day to decide whether you want a short-haired, buzz-haired mayor, look like I'm in the military, or if you want my hair to grow and grow until April when we have St. Baldricks again. So right now, growing it is up by $67. That's it. That's the difference between growing it and cutting it. So I know there's some people out there that are looking at me and saying, my God, what a mess. We've got to get that guy to cut his hair. And I'm happy to do it if you're giving money to children with cancer. That's what this is all about. We need more funding for children's cancer research, and St. Baldricks Foundation is the largest foundation giving money to research to help fight children's cancer. So I'm going to put the links on and buzz it right now. And I got to say, we're not even at $1,000, which I'm a little disappointed in, but I understand with Corona. But now it's time that we all step up. And my goal, last year we raised $10,000 from one single donor. This year we're just getting to $1,000, just $1,000. I was hoping to do $25,000. I thought this would get everybody excited, in a competition. So now we're down to, let's see, it's the 19th. We got 12 days left. So it's competition time. So if you want to see me cut my hair, then pay up. Let's make a donation to the St. Baldricks Foundation. If you want to see my hair grow, if you like the me from my 20s, this is kind of what I look like, a little less gray, but this is about what I looked like in my 20s. If you want to see that old, not 1920s, that old 25-year-old Michael Helfrich be your mayor, then you can vote to let me keep on growing it. But either way, please donate to the St. Baldricks Foundation, and I'm about to put those links on there. So lots of good things going on this week. Again, we have to be careful, and I hope that behind the mask, I'll see you in the city this week. Have a good one.